Good morning. I thought I would take you through an actual morning routine. I have not over glamorized this at all. I literally was doing my morning routine and thought, I'm gonna video this. I get up every morning, I put on my workout clothes, I make a cup of coffee. Sometimes I work out at home. In fact, a lot. I just enjoy it. Sometimes I do go to the gym. I get a good workout when I go to the gym, and we have a lot of friends at the gym, so that is also fun. But today it was a home workout, so that's what I'm going to show you. When I'm at home, I usually work out with weights, and I like to do this. I have been switching it up though lately because my knees are bothering me a little, but I do like to get some weight resistance workouts in so that I can keep my muscles fit. So that's what I did today. I'm using 10 pounds in each hand, so 20 pounds to do squats and sometimes lunges. It just depends on how my knees are feeling. And then I do back, chest, biceps, and triceps. Don't forget to do your triceps, this muscle in the arm. Well, you know, look at what happens. Oh, what is this phenomenon? I really don't know. But working out your triceps will help. I always like to stretch too. That's really, really important for everybody, and especially us people over 50. Keeping our bodies supple and stretched out is also important as strengths, but that's what I do. I get up and I do some kind of a workout. Sometimes I'll go for a walk, sometimes I do yoga. And something that I've been doing lately that's so exciting, I made a video recently about change and doing something different. That if you do want to make changes in your life, you have to kind of do something different so that your brain just isn't focusing over and over again on what you normally do in the past, and that just keeps you stuck in a rut. Anyhow, I found a wonderful woman on YouTube who teaches ballet for adults. I will link her below, but that was something I always wanted to do when I was little, and I did take a few ballet lessons, but I don't know what happened. It just kind of fizzled out, but it was something that I always loved then, and I thought, I'm gonna pick this up again, and I'm so glad I did. It feels so good in my brain. It makes me happy, and it's really good for strength and posture. And again, I will link her below. And while I'm doing this, I'm also doing laundry. So I've been throwing laundry in, and then basically it just goes on the couch and my husband folds it. He does the worst part of the laundry, and I am grateful for it. Something I like to have on hand are the raw vegan buckwheat crackers. I've talked about them in another video, and they are high protein, they're gluten-free, they're a nice little snack, some alternative besides muffin bread. Although sometimes I do have almonds, and that's another thing I do like to have in the morning as just a little something, is a handful of almonds. But I really love my buckwheat crackers because they're, less calorie dense, and they're still a good healthy snack. And I'll tell you, I know it sounds crazy, and I have no scientific evidence for this. I've looked it up and I can't find it. They help my dry eye. If I am eating my buckwheat crackers, my dry eye is much less. Can't explain it. This is a great time to do the ice on your face like I talked about in my last video. What I'm going to do today, because I'm kind of in a hurry, is the bone tapping instead, because I can do this, and well, I guess I could have done the ice too, but I don't know, I'm just in the mood for bone tapping because I've been doing icing, and I'm going to show you what I'm watching. I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Flav City. Bobby from Flav City. His name is Bobby Parrish. If you really want to go crazy with health food, check out his YouTube channel, Flav City. I'll link it below, and you can download his app. He has an app, and you can scan a barcode, and he'll tell you whether or not he thinks it's healthy. Now, he is focusing on mostly like chemicals and bad fats and things like that. He's not a vegetarian. He talks about meat, eats dairy and all that sort of thing, but just how clean are the ingredients? So honestly, since I've been retired, sometimes I will linger around in the living room. My husband gets home from the gym, we watch some YouTube together. Today, I really want to get a lot done. And I want to do a lot on the YouTube channel, so I have a lot to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and shower and get ready now. I made a short about this, but if you didn't see it, this CeraVe, I'm using the PM with no sunscreen. I'm using it as my daytime moisturizer. I also have some Clinique that I use sometimes too. It's a little oilier, but this stuff I bought because I needed a break from my expensive moisturizers. You know, I was paying $80, $50, $60 for moisturizers, and I needed a break. And I saw this one recommended by Angie from Hot and Flashy. I love this stuff. After a year or so of using it, my skin is so much better. It repairs the barrier, your skin barrier. And I think I had kind of damaged mine by, you know, over stripping it, and retinols, which I like to use. I mean, I use those things, but this has really helped my skin. So if you want an inexpensive, I like to put it on my hands, inexpensive moisturizer, this one is really working for me. So today I am mostly going to be working around the house. So I'm not going to do a full face of makeup like I would when I'm filming. Kind of weird because I actually am filming, but this is just more, this is real. This is like my really face, okay? And my really routine. And I just thought that would be fun. But anyway, so I'm just gonna do simple makeup. Moisturizer, some sunscreen, and you know, I'll probably cover some dark circles here and a little mascara and some eyebrows and sort of leave it at that. Actually, I lied. I will put a little bit of eyeshadow on too. I put some kind of concealer on just under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and then I usually set it with a little bit of neutral eyeshadow. So while I was in the shower, I used my Now almond oil on my body when my body was still wet, and I put a little of the clary sage oil in the almond oil. Oh, it smelled so good. I talked about that in my last video too. Just a little aromatherapy. I'm just kind of getting into all that stuff again. I've always been into it, but you know, sometimes little things happen in your life and you know, one thing takes precedent over another. And now that I'm retired, some of these things that I've been interested in the past, also because I'm older, trying to move on, move forward, take better care of myself and all of those things. The aromatherapy kind of came in with that, and I think it's really a lovely thing to do. And I can smell it. It's, you know, it's calming and relaxing. Although today I probably should have done something more energizing, but this feels good. And I've had some, you know, today I don't feel particularly anxious, but I've had some things in life lately that, you know, have caused me some anxiety and some anxiousness. Such is life. I'm not complaining. In fact, I'm grateful. It's a time for growth for me. I've been talking about that in videos too. You know, we all go through growth times in our lives and we move forward. Oh, I want to talk about that because I made a video about you're not too old to change. And I mean that. I mean about the change in the video if you want to make changes. But it's not only about change, because I'll tell you what, I don't want to change everything about myself. I worked hard for this version of myself. But there are a few things that I do want to change that, you know, I want to move forward. And that's the way I'm going to phrase it from now on. I want to move forward in life. I forgot why I brought that up. Oh, because, you know, of aromatherapy, taking good care of, you know, yourself, myself at this time in life, and that sometimes, you know, we need a little growth, and that's happening to me right now. Oh, and yeah, so there's some things in life. There are challenges. Got some challenges going on. They're old challenges, really old crap I've been dealing with over and over again. Why? Because I'm not moving on, I'm not growing and changing. And so, you know, these challenges have come up again, and I'm really trying to grow in myself and deal with them in a way that is productive. And also, you know, we can't change other people. That's such a hard lesson. You know, I feel safety in control, and I like everything to be just perfect so that I can feel safe. And you know what? I can't control other people, but I can control myself. And so that's what I'm working on. I washed my hair yesterday, so I'm not going to wash it today. And I'm really just going to brush it and let it be comfortable. Today's going to be more of a comfort day. I did style it yesterday, so I'm hoping, you know what's happened? I've let my hair grow out and I'm loving it. I'm loving the longer hair. I needed it. It was a change for me. I had my hair long for probably 20 years, then I cut it short for about 20 years, and now I just need a new story. I hear my washer is done. But anyway, it's a little too long right now. And anyway, so that's okay. I'm just going to do simple style today. But I want to show you something. I love this thing. It's a tiny bit heavy. It's a dryer. I'm going to turn it on, but it also spins. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm just going to show you for a minute. And my hair is dry right now. I'm just showing you this. Even though my hair is dry, I just want to share this. So I love this thing. If you don't feel coordinated enough to hold the blow dryer and the round brush to do your hair, you might love this thing. And at first I was really scared to use the spinner because you can get your hair tangled in it. But once I got used to it, I love this thing. This is what I'm wearing. Sometimes, honestly, I will stay in my workout clothes. I decided to put these pants on. I love them. They're an elastic waist. They look a little better than some of the other things that I might wear. And why not? They're comfy, and I think they look pretty good. Something else that I forgot to mention is that I did a 20-minute meditation this morning. I'm new to meditation. I actually have I've meditated before, but I'm not great at it. I don't do it regularly enough. And as I mentioned, I'm kind of going through some changes right now, or, you know, trying to evolve. And I really think that in a lot of cases, we have the answers that we seek within ourselves. And I've just had this feeling, an intuition, which is another thing I think that we have and we should listen to, that it's time to kind of look in as well as look out. So I'm trying to make a routine of meditation, a practice of meditation. And for me right now, I'll just tell you that for me, what meditation means is just trying to sit for 20 minutes and not allow my mind to go racing off. So, you know, later, I hope to be better at it, but that's where I'm at now, and that's okay. I'm a beginner. I'm going to give myself that grace. All right, so now I'm going to have breakfast. I'm pretty hungry, and I did do some weight training today, so I definitely want to have protein, but honestly, I really try to have protein in the morning. This is important for people, especially for people over 50, because we have such a tendency to lose muscle. So we have to constantly be reinforcing, or rather protecting our muscles, and eating protein is one way to do that. Also, if I don't eat protein in the morning, I will be hungry all day. This really helps me maintain my weight, and I know I haven't done any kind of honest fitness journey. And the reason is because I just gained the weight. I'm just doing the same old thing that I always did. So when I have something relevant and worth your time, I'll definitely do another video. But right now it's just the status quo. So, but I always eat protein. So I'm going to show you what I'm eating. And I actually have a funny story. This is an AI story. Can I do that? I'll do it like this. This is what I'm eating. And for my last video, the self-care tips for women over 50, I really wanted to end the video with a calcium-rich and the other minerals that support bone health recipe. By the way, I had to wear a black bra because all my other, my light-colored bras are in the wash. But anyhow, so I asked Gemini, Google's Gemini, to make me a recipe that was rich in the bone building vitamins and minerals. And I videoed the whole thing, and I was gonna have this for you, and it was awful. It had me blanch the kale, which makes sense because some vegetables, to make the nutrients more bioavailable or more easy for your body to digest, sometimes cooking can help, and that's what the purpose of blanching the kale was. And then it had broccoli, garbanzo beans. It was a vegetarian recipe, which I loved. But anyway, it was awful. And that's a little, insight with AI. I love to use ChatGPT. I love to use Google Gemini. It's a great way to get a quick information, a summary of what's on the internet, but the nuance isn't there. It didn't know that blanching this kale was going to turn it into a rubbery thing that didn't taste very good. And I had to put it in the salad spinner because it was just full of water, and just the whole recipe was yucky. Anyway, it's good, nutritious food, so I tried cooking it with some ham this morning to see if I can use it and, not just waste it. But anyway, funny story about AI. You have to be careful about AI. It's not replacing a human brain quite yet, at least not for everything. So after breakfast, I'm going to make my buckwheat crackers. I do have them soaking. They are a great vegetarian option for breakfast for me. I'll put a little almond butter on there and maybe sprinkle some blueberries on there. Again, this is from the Healthy Life. I'll link the recipe below. I'll link her video below because it is her recipe and I don't want to steal it. But it's a great vegetarian option. Sometimes I eat animal protein like today. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to edit this video, and until next time, thank you for watching, and I hope this was a bit entertaining. Let me know in the comments. Thanks again, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Honestly, it's still not that good.